guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now, today's reading will be a weekly reading focusing on the energy surrounding us on the week of February 26th through March 4th. So ending the month of February, heading into the month of March. For the reading, I will be pulling 3 cards from the Good Tarot deck by Colette Baron-Reid, as well as 1 additional card from the bottom of the deck for the overall energy for the week. And I will pull another card from the Soul's Journey lesson card deck by James Van Praagh, just for an additional message, okay? Like I always say, these readings are general in nature. The messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way for you to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. That way we can focus on what is going on in your life right now. If you're interested, take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com. There you'll find pricing as well as the types of readings that I offer. Or you can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com. Right, so let me go ahead and lower the camera here. I have already meditated and shuffled off camera, really just to speed things along. I'm trying to finish up the love and romance and career and finance reading. So I'm doing this weekly reading. It might be a little shorter than normal, but I'm just trying to get the rest of those out because I will soon start on the March readings, and we also have a couple of full moons coming up in the month of March. So be looking out for the additional full moon spread. There'll be 2 of them for March, and I will also be doing 2 giveaways for the month of March because I usually do a giveaway when there's a full moon. So more information about those coming up. Right, so here we go. The card that was at the bottom of the deck, the overall energy for this last week of the month, is the 2 of Air. This would be the 2 of Swords. In the past position, so the energy leaving the previous week, heading into this week, we have 3 major arcanas here. There have been a lot of major arcanas coming out in the love and romance and career and finance reading as well. So this is number 12, the Hangman. In the present position, we have major arcana number 2, High Priestess. And in the future position, we have major arcana number 5, Hierophant. And the additional guidance card is Worry. And it says, I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. And the colors that we have for this mandala is we have blues, some dark greens, and purples, violets. Okay, so worry. Okay, so starting off with this 2 of Air or 2 of Swords card. First of all, the suit of swords, or air, has to do with our thoughts. It has to do with matters of the mind, decisions, communication. It's cerebral energy, right? So it's how we interact with others. It's if there is a conflict, how we diffuse that conflict, how we're able to use our intellect and and communicate with others to take care of conflicts. So it's when we're trying to come up with new plans, right? Thinking about new projects. It all starts off with the suit of air, right? It's all in our minds. Now the 2 of Air or 2 of Swords, it has to do with needing to make a decision, there being some type of decision, but being unwilling or unable to make that decision for whatever reason, right? Sometimes it's referred to as the stalemate card or the impasse card, because it usually indicates that there's some type of problem or situation that needs to be resolved. But for whatever reason, the person is or you are unwilling or unable or even avoiding making a decision, okay? So for some of you during this week, and this is the sort of the guiding energy. So for some of you, there might be a decision that needs to be made, and possibly up to this point, you've been considering your options. You've been a little uncertain about which way to go or what decision to make. But, with this card coming in, it's really about breaking free, sort of taking a break, considering these options, thinking about everything. You don't have to rush into this decision, right? And it's all about kind of weighing things up, but just knowing that the perfect answer will come for you, right? Whatever this perfect answer is for your particular situation, it will come for you if you take your time, if you keep a peaceful state of mind, which is interesting that this worry card came out, because the Two of Air, I mean, it does make me think of, worry energy, or doubt, or being, unsure. And so this card, kind of coupled with this worry card, it does say that there is, take your time, take a step back, you will figure out what what the best choice is. And with the three major arcana cards as the three cards for the week, you definitely have divine intervention at play here. You definitely have divine guidance. If you don't know the answer, things are going to start to become clearer as you go through the week. So we do, beginning with this Hangman card. Now the Hangman it's a waiting energy, right? But it's also an energy that speaks of needing to see things from a different perspective. Because if we look at this Hangman, yes, he's tied up, right? He is tied upside down here, but look how loosely his legs are actually tied. So he feels as though, or it looks as though he's been put in this very difficult position, and but actually he could get out of it if he wanted to, but he doesn't, because he understands that this time of indecision, or of suspension, of being hanging in this position upside down is necessary, right? And he's surrendering to this time. And so it's all about letting go, finding acceptance in situations over which you have no control. It also speaks of changing perspectives, right? And obviously, if this man were the other way up, right way up, he would not see things from the same way, or from the same vantage point that he does upside down. So there could be, for some of you, with making this decision, you might, and this does, lead us into the week. So there might have been, over the last couple of weeks, even back to the beginning of the month, there could have been some type of delay. The Hangman also can mean a delay, but also maybe there was a change in perspective on something. Maybe this is what is kind of causing this unsure, energy. So you were kind of sure about something, but then there was a change in perspective, so that might have made you look at things a little bit differently, and reconsider things. But whatever it is divinely guided, right? So there's divine timing at play. There's, if there's a delay, there's a reason for that delay, right? And it's, this delay is definitely in your best interest, just sort of waiting for everything to fall into place. So, surrendering to this delay. Which brings you to this High Priestess. And the High Priestess is a very powerful card, right? This is a very intuitive individual. The High Priestess is able to use, let me hold her up again. You see I think this is such a beautiful card. You see that we do have the moons at the bottom here, right? And she is associated with the divine realm. She is sort of the gatekeeper, the guardian of the divine realm. So, she is able to, it's kind of like 1 foot here in the material plane, 1 foot in the divine realms, and she is able to use her intuition, right, in order to kind of bridge these two worlds. And so when she comes in, she is able to provide you with important information that possibly, you will help you make whatever this difficult decision is with this Two of Air. So, there are some things that we are supposed to find out or understand through study, right? Through, using our intellect. But then there are other things that come to us in different ways, through our intuition, through our dreams, through signs, through synchronicities that happen, so repeating numbers, repeating messages, repeating songs, dreaming, a lot of times things can come through in your dreams that at the time may not make sense, but, a week later or, however many days or weeks later, they do make sense. So there's something, and there's definitely something that you're being asked to, with regards to making this decision, to listen to your intuition, right? And also understanding that, things will start to be revealed to you, but again, at the right time, right? With this divine timing. And then with the Hierophant card coming up as the outbound energy for the week, leading us into the month of March. This is also, it's a spiritual card as well. We also see there is the moon, see the crescent moon at the top here. And so again, with the full moon, the full moon is coming up this week. There might be something significant that you are uncovering, discovering. Things are being revealed around the time of the full moon this week. And we also have here, I just noticed, this is a 2, this is a 2, 1 and 2 adds up to 3, and the 5. So I mean, this definitely could be happening, significant information coming through during this first week of the month, from the 2nd to the 5th of the month. So if you've been trying to make a decision on something, I think that things are going to start moving forward for you, and you're going to start getting the answers that you need in order to make this decision, during this this first week of March. So the Hierophant. Yes, the Hierophant usually speaks of, large institutions. We usually associate it with, tradition and rules and order and, large religious institutions, with the church and government as well, educational institutions, universities, things like that. This could be, has to do with ceremonies and rituals. I was trying to see. I don't see it on here. Usually the Hierophant there are some keys as well, which would link in with, this finding out or unlocking some knowledge or unlocking some truth or something being revealed. But here, I mean, you see that there are, let me hold this up so you can see that. I'm sorry, I'm coughing. I'm a little bit sick. You can see on the altar here, right, or on this table, there are different objects that that can be used in ritual. So this card also kind of encourages us to take part in certain rituals. And a ritual can be, it doesn't have to be an elaborate event. A ritual can merely be you taking 5 minutes out of your day, light a candle, sit down, quieten your mind. That can be a ritual as well. It doesn't have to be a very, elaborate event. But there could be some messages coming through, and you're being asked to, to sort of use, again, going back to the intuition. These are two very, very spiritual and very, very powerful cards, which, definitely there's something being unlocked here, which is going to be the key to this 2 of air over here. And it's I would say more towards the end of the week, but something shifting. So you should be, receiving maybe in, a little uncommon manner, right, through dreams and intuitive messages coming through, but do pay attention to them, right, because they're going to be the key to helping you solve this 2 of air situation. Now the worry card, let me I like to read from the guidebook for the oracle cards, and the worry card says, worry is a wasted emotion. It does nothing other than give you the illusion of control. When you expend too much energy worrying, it limits you and has an adverse effect on the natural energy of the soul. Worrying destroys the hope, faith, and excitement that are wonderful elements of this schoolroom called Earth. Remember that you are what you think, and you have the power to create positive thoughts which beget positive outcomes. Worry is a negative emotion and sets you up for a negative result. What unnecessary worries are you carrying around with you now? Examine them objectively in the light of love. Help your soul by releasing them and be fully connected to the current moment, which is where your power resides. So, similar messages, not exactly tied in with the rest of the cards, but, similar in that there is this divine timing at play here. So there's no point, if you were feeling as though you needed to make this decision, and trying to force yourself into finding the answer, worrying about finding that answer. I think that the message here is just, you trust in divine timing. If things have not worked out, if there's been some type of delay regarding this decision, there was a reason for that. But things are definitely, going to start to change. You'll see change, tangible change around the end of the week. But it's also, it's you being present, you being, here in the moment. And this could be through, like I said, meditation, taking that time out, really, focusing on some type of ritual that's going to quiet your mind, allow you to receive these intuitive messages to come through to help you resolve whatever this Two of Air is. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you all again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful week. Bye for now.